Hey guys, welcome to the first ever video on this channel. My name's Caleb. I'm over at Caleb's Fish Corner, and today's video is going to be all about how I got into the hobby, how long I've been into the hobby, what my interests are, and just the general description of what this channel is going to be about. And I just want to get started. I'm from West Virginia. I am currently in our studio apartment. We've been here about a year and a half, a little over, and our landlords are super cool. They allow us to have the amount of animals we have, and just to give you an idea of how many we have 17 animals that are not in the tank boxes full of water. We have 5 chinchillas, 3 rabbits, 1 hedgehog, 2 sets of hamsters, a cockatiel, and 3 guinea pigs, along with a blue-tongued skink, a leopard gecko, a veiled chameleon, and a bearded dragon. Other than that, the rest are what I call my side of the hobby. And I have currently over 90 different species of fish that I keep, ranging anywhere from your tetras to your cichlids to even red tail and iridescent catfish. And I just want to give you an insight. Now, none of these animals are going to be in the video today. That's going to be in the next video when I give you kind of a tour of the place and how we have things set up. But I want to just give a description of what this channel is going to be about. So this channel, as in the name, Caleb Fish Corner, which is all about the fish community and my fish hobby. And this channel will include anything from tank maintenance, how to set up a tank, just general updates on my collection, if I get any new fish or whatever. Fishing. I love to fish. Ever since I was old enough to walk and hold a rod in my hand, I wanted to go fishing. And if you ask anyone I know of or family, they'll tell you I'm just obsessed with these fish. And a little backstory: about 5 years ago, I went to the creek that I grew up on and was fishing, and I caught a rock bass. And I'm not very good at naming fish. I called him Rocky because he was a rock bass. He was about 4 or 5 inches, and I was like, you know what, I like to keep a fish. And I already had set up a 29-gallon tank. It had no decorations in it, but I filled it up with water, put a filter on it, and did the typical cycling as a beginner. Just let the tank run. And which obviously you don't just fill a tank up with water and then let it run, because all you're doing is moving water. But when I first started 5 years ago, I didn't know any better. So I got this fish and I put him in a bucket, and I brought him up to this tank. Now, he didn't die. Nothing went wrong, because I actually did have a few tinier fish in the tank at the time, but they died like a couple days after being put into the water. I'm guessing from an ammonia spike, since the tank wasn't cycled. But I guess from them the death and having some fish feces in the tank kind of kick-started the thing, but still the tank was nowhere near cycled to have fish in it. Well, I put Rocky, this rock bass, in that fish tank, and then I started keeping him. I fed him earthworms. That was his main diet, was earthworms. I didn't have fish food or pellets or the knowledge of what I do now. And along with that rock bass, my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, got me a 1.5 gallon beta bowl and gave me a betta fish. It was just your normal crown tail. It was a blue and black betta. It was pretty, but it was for me to take to college because I was traveling to Ohio at the time, and she wanted me to bring this fish along with me since I could have it in the dorm, and it just gives me something, you know, to do and something with my hobby. That's also when I got Rocky. Now, we moved into this apartment about 6 months later, and I brought Rocky over. He was still in a 29-gallon long, well, 29-gallon tank, and it was just Rocky, the betta fish I had, and the betta fish that I got my wife in the same bowl. So we started off in our little spew of animals with 2 betta fish and a rock bass. And of course it exploded on from there. But what happened is I've had Rocky for about a year and a half, and I moved him, took him out of the water, didn't get the temperature just right. The water I stuck him in was a lot warmer than the water it came out of, and he ended up dying. I was literally held him in my hands, trying to keep him upright, and then I felt his life he just went limp. And I was attached to him. I had him for about a year and a half at this point. I was pretty attached. I was devastated. Like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, I had this fish for so long. He taught me a lot of valuable lessons about the fish hobby. He taught me that, hey, I need to cycle the fish tank better. Hey, I need to make sure the water temp is correct. So when he passed, we went and got an algae eater, a pleco. Just a common pleco. Just a baby one, about 2 inches. And he stuck him in the tank. And of course, at the time, this tank was filthy. It was cycled, and that pleco lived in there. We called him Dewey, and we still have Dewey. And it's been 2 or 3 years later. He's now about 8 inches long, and he's in a 40-gallon breeder. But that was how I got into the fish hobby, and I've been into it for 5 years now, and I've enjoyed every minute of it, and I plan on doing a lot more in the future. And currently my wife and I saving up money to do some land work on the land we just bought, and we'll be moving a trailer onto it as we save up to build a house. And I got some big plans for that trailer once we get out of it. So I want you guys to be able to come along for the journey, see how things change, see how things go. Maybe I'll get some ideas in the comment section, but I just wanted to give you guys just a rundown of what I'll be doing, and I figured you guys might like to see it. As is, this is the first video on this channel. If you guys would like to see any more, or maybe you're interested in watching this thing happen, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to try to be doing at least 1 to 2 videos a week, hopefully, as long as everything goes well. And like I said, in the next video, or maybe a video after that next one, I'll give you guys a rundown of what I have, give you a little look around. I'll even show you guys the other animals we keep, just so you guys see them. But I don't know if they're going to be in this channel too often. But if you like to see them, put them in the comments below, and I might be able to include them every once in a while. Maybe do some care on them or whatever. But that's it for today. See you guys next time on Caleb's Fish Corner.